It keeps you moving, definitely, yes.
Pamela Hester started wearing a Fitbit 4 years ago. As an elementary school librarian, she's on her feet a lot, getting in a lot of steps.
So I set it for 10,000.
But Pamela doesn't just use it for tracking exercise. She also looks at hours of sleep.
If I fall asleep and it's not on, I'll get up and put it on because I want to look at it to see how much sleep I got.
The handy wrist device shows her a summary when she wakes up.
I got 5 hours and 34 minutes of sleep.
As a fellow early riser, I understand the value of getting enough sleep, and I also track it on my Fitbit. So I decided to speak with a sleep doctor, and I learned there's different stages of sleep, all equally important.
One benefit with the Fitbit devices is that they have increased awareness for sleep quality.
Dr. Mark Hendricks with Central Georgia Pulmonary Associates says the good thing about these devices is they encourage people to make sleep a priority in living a healthy lifestyle, since a lack of sleep can lead to a lot of very unhealthy consequences.
Weight gain, obesity, depression, cardiovascular disease.
So I showed him a pretty typical night for me.
Your REM sleep is a little less than what it should be.
Okay.
Your slow wave sleep is within 15 to 20%, close to normal. And your light sleep is within a fairly normal range.
REM sleep is the time when you dream. Deep sleep or slow wave sleep is your restorative sleep that leaves you feeling refreshed. Light sleep is your most shallow level, but also makes up the majority of our night. But when it comes to their accuracy, he questions the quality of the findings.
They do that based on heart rate tracking. And I really question the effectiveness of that. Sleep stages are recorded based on brainwave activity, not on movement.
So, good for an overall picture, but still needs to be taken with a grain of salt. Just because you're not moving, for example, doesn't mean you're asleep, and just because you move in the night doesn't necessarily mean you're awake.
If they're having a sleep issue, they can't diagnose themselves based on a Fitbit.
But people like Pamela say it at least makes her start to think about her sleep just as much as her steps, even though it can be a tough fix to catch those Z's.
I don't know how I can change the pattern, but it's very informational to know what I'm doing in my sleep.
All right, so you saw my night of sleep was in the normal range, but kind of definitely on the low end of that normal range. So in order to get a better night's sleep, Dr. Hendricks says practice good sleep hygiene. For an adult, that means about an average of at least 7 hours a night and trying to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on the weekends.
Yeah, of course, easier said than done in that case. And if you have concerns about patterns in your sleep, like waking up often, or if you have restless sleep, that could be an indicator of sleep disorders like sleep apnea. So you may be a good candidate for a sleep study. And make sure you tune in at this time all week for more tips on getting that much needed sleep.
Absolutely.